As the day draw near, the team proceed on another level. Hello everyone, welcome back to another segment. In today's episode, let's dive into African lady who just got married to a Chinese husband based in China. For many that we are so much concerned about the feeding of our African lady, we like why are they using the local store or the local eateries, to have their meal. They're supposed to have done it in a classic way whereas in the Chinese environment there's a lot and a lot of good restaurants. Why is it that they have to just be dwelling in the local restaurants? Well, as you know, today the team are actually out for a certain goal. Well, you're wondering where is an African lady and her husband heading to this time? But before they forge ahead, they have to, break down to take something to eat, to fill in their stomach so that they will not start yawning on the way. Well, you note that before then they have to, choose what they want, and breaking down or settling or stopping by at a local restaurants is something that drew the attention of so many, and they want to know why is it that it's not classic restaurants, and why is it that the restaurants is not having different kind of meal, and why is it that so much why. Well, you take note that in every territory, in every state, there is should I say the butchers kind of restaurants. Why there is also the local restaurants, and there's a restaurants whereas you can just dash in and receive your meal. But I think our online in-laws, they're so much concerned about the kind of restaurants African lady are being taken to. The one, the kind of Chinese restaurants where you see different kind of hot meal. Hot meal. If you check in our recent video, you know what we're talking about. If the Chinese want to eat, they have different kind of delicacy hot meal on the table. So that is what they want African lady to be experiencing, to be tasting different kind of meal, not a kind of local restaurants in which they're seeing. Well, if you're going on a trip, you have no choice but to take that which was being offered to you, and that is what is happening right away. That African lady, she's still looking so sleepy, looking so weak, and looking unprepared for this particular long journey. If you're checking a recent video, we're talking about the preparation for the wedding. As days goes by, that is how the wedding draws nearer. So into this package, they are heading to where they are going to take the photo shoots. Just as the side in the Chinese culture and tradition, it is certain that they have to take this photo shoot before the main wedding. Why some other places, in some other culture and tradition, is the day of the wedding that they ought wear their white gown, wear your suit, and then take a good picture for future purposes. But for the Chinese, it's a day before the main event. So on this particular note, that African lady and her husband, they're on their way to get that should I say that photo ready. But this will take a long distance, a long mile, and in fact a lot of hours, and it needs preparation, and it needs the team to eat well and for them to be comfortable, not to feel hunger or slippery, or should I say thirsty on their way. So they decided to dash in to this restaurant to get something to water their mouth or their throats before leaving. In the process of eating, I think African lady made a complaint that she actually did not like the way her husband woke her so haphazardly, like get up, hurried up, hurried up, hurried up, and she wants to know why he says so, and why he should do such a hard. So I think if you check where she's looking so like kind of weak, she's looking not so well prepared, not too sharp the way we want her to. In the recent or in the previous video, you see she was so sharp. This shows that she wasn't that to relax, and she didn't like the way she was being hurried up. So I think the boys had a kind of idea for her that usually what he does with his wife is before the main event, or before, if the both couples are going out, I think what he said that she should prepare. The wife usually gets prepared ahead before him. Women do a lot of, a lot of painting, a lot of cleaning, a lot of makeup. Yes, I called it makeup. A lot of makeup, which is very necessary, important. They have to look beautiful. As a woman, you have to appear beautiful, and that he said that he usually gives his wife like 2 hours ahead, or he inform her before time, so I should prepare herself before the main before them going out. I think as a newly wedded couples, this actually arises at most homes and most newly wedded couples. They do find, they hardly find it so hard to mesh time, either the husband be able to mesh time with the wife, or the wife being able to mesh time with the husband. It could be kind of from rush. So the advice he gave them, I think, which we are also learning from this, is as a newly wedded couple, and even you're not even older couples, yes, should prepared, should give informed your wife to prepare, so that she will prepared before, let's say, 2 hours ahead before the go out. I think that issue was being addressed, and he took notes, and according to him, he said next time it will not repeat itself. Certainly you will see how he did to his wife, by first of all offering her meal before he sat down to take his, not him, eating and then tell his wife to go and carry hers. It's not done in the Chinese culture or tradition. Yes, you have to serve your wife, or even if it's a spoon, and that he did. They treat their woman like a baby. That is amazing, and in fact, that gives most African ladies top notch to go to the Chinese environment for marriage. Well, for many, looking at the wig of our African lady, she's looking so beautiful. Many were so much concerned about the whole wig in which she's putting on. Yes, for those of you that don't know what wig is just a cap in which women just use to cover their hair, mostly when they are going out, to make them to look sharp and beautiful. And most times for those women who lack should I say, some women so far so much tiring, like to do their hair, maybe just to sit in the salon for a long period of time doing their hair. So by so doing, the made different kind of wig, and which made it more easier and more smarter where they're going out. They just have to get it wear, and then the after wearing it, they can't move ahead and go for wherever they want to go. Well, you note that the team has arrived to this particular place where they got the gown, and they have to make all arrangements very necessary and available for movements. As this year we're talking about the week of our African lady here, you note that she has changed it, and this particular one is looking so beautiful. Many were so much concerned about the wig, and they wanted her to change it, which she did, and now she's looking more different, more sharp, and more so sweet. Well, we had another person commenting that why are they wearing coats? Why is it that in the Chinese environment it's just coats and coats and coats? Well, you note that weather differs. Yes, when there's a certain place you go in the other countries, yes, you'll not be able to step your foot outside. It will be snowy. Everywhere will just be filled with snow. It will be dazzling, and in fact, it will be so colder. So when you find yourself in such a environment, in an environment like that, what will you do? Will you end up wearing skirt on top or t-shirts, or you just try to cover your skin, cover yourself more? Well, you know that the first time she came, she was being gifted with a lot of clothes, beautiful clothes by her Boston wife. We appreciated her for doing that, for clothing an African lady in such a beautiful way. It's just a very nice welcome and a very nice treat she's been receiving from her boss, because she's actually highly favored, I should say so. The husband, on the other hand, you see that he's so pleased, and he felt so much happy to have gotten a beautiful bride from Africa. Africa should just, they're just gathering a lot of beautiful women. Still on the journey procedure, you note that the team have to stop and to break down to receive a kind of refreshments because according to them, they've been on the trip or in the car for a long period of time. It's a place where they cannot use flight to go. It's a place where it is very important or necessary for them to use car. That is why they have to use they needed to use car to travel the long distance. For some will be wondering why the long distance or why they travel away from where they're staying to just a wedding photo shots. Well, it could be that place have a unique and a beautiful setting. It's just once in a lifetime. They're not going to celebrate the wedding again, and wedding is just done once in a lifetime. So he wants to give them the best and a nice experience. That is why he have to choose the location where it's so beautiful and where it's very pleasant for them to have very good shots. And you can see that the team were so much tired. They were tired. Yes, they felt so tired when they came, and the boys, according to him, besides they need to fresh up, brush their teeth, brush their mouths, eat, and then the journey continue. Well, you know that African lady could not eat from the restaurants this time around. For some other persons, they'll feel more comfortable in eating in every restaurant. Yes, some persons, their stomach can obtain or can contain any kind of food being cooked, while some persons is their stomach is so detective, to detect some certain meal. Maybe she found out that if she eats from that particular meal, she'll have a running stomach, and their journey is still long and they are going there for an important cause. So she have to mind or to take note of what she's eating, and at the end of everything, at a long run, they were able to get a kind of spicy noodles, which is one of the Chinese delicacy, and it's easier to prepare. What you just need is just your hot water and cover it for some minutes, not up to 10 minutes. Yes, the noodles is ready for eating, and that was what the team had to prepare, and they chose that the husband also chose his. So it was just a kind of relaxing moment. It's a kind of sweet journey, a cool journey, and we hope that they proceed further, and we believe that at the end of the trip, the team will actually get what they are going there for in a very grand and beautiful style. So as she's preparing, the mom over in Africa will also be preparing for the wedding, and others too that we heard also come are also preparing for the wedding. According to the board, that is going to support them in a grand style, but also need assistance, and they are going to do it. It should be like not one party putting more effort. They have to be a collaboration, they have to be cooperation, and they have to be like kind of togetherness, that all hands will be on decks on the preparation of wedding. Yes, in some place or in some culture, if you're more gifted, you can handle the wedding stuff, but if you're not, it's very nice or very important for you to share it. I say share it among your friends or family members if they haven't. But most times you're the one getting married, you're not the one getting married. So before you get married, you have to be well prepared before saying, yes, I do. Because after carrying the lady or the woman to your home, what will you feed the person with? Will you still be depending on people for, should I say food? Or what will be your next steps? That is why before a man says, yes, I do, he should ensure that he's doing something, or either the man or the woman should ensure that they are doing one thing or the other to heed and also to, for future growth and development. You will note that the team ended up in receiving these noodles, a simple form of noodles, which is kind of main pepperish. Well, that is what they ended up taking before they forge ahead for the trip. Alright, this is where I'll be wrapping up today's episode, and I hope you're enlightened on today's package. Please do stay tuned and stay blessed, and always remember, lovelies. Stay cool for now. Bye for now.